Hey everybody, this is Sherry Joy Collier. I am coming to you from my art studio in East Tennessee. And just a quick little introduction, my name is Sherry Joy Collier. I have been a marriage and family therapist who specialized in expressive arts therapy for over 25 years. And I am transitioning into art full time, which is very exciting. And I just thought today would be a good time to go over paint. So there's a few things that we want to think about when we choose which acrylic paints. And this is all about acrylic paints. I'm not going to go over watercolors or any other kind of paints today, just acrylics. This is what I really was drawn to when I started painting, was acrylics. And I like them because they dry faster than oils, and they still have the ability to go on canvas and spread very nicely, and you can layer them, you can do all the things. You can even water them down and get a little bit of a watercolor effect with acrylics. So I just felt like acrylics were, what's the word? They can go in different ways. They're kind of flexible. Watercolors, you have to paint on certain surfaces. Acrylics can go on many surfaces: wood, canvas, paper, thick paper. There's many things that you can paint on with acrylics, surfaces that you can paint on. Okay, so really let's just dive in. I want to go over just a few things. So acrylic paints come in different fluidities. So a craft paint in a bottle like this, or any fluid paint, is going to be watered down. There's not going to be as much pigment in here, and it's not going to last. Like after you paint a surface, this will fade over time. Whereas if you take a really high quality brand of paint, such as Golden, and you paint with this is going to last. The light fastness is excellent, and it's going to last up to 100 years before fading or being damaged. So there's quite a difference, quite a range of paints, all the way from craft paints, which are highly watered down, to very good paints such as Golden. Another really good brand is Grumbacher, and that's also very light fast. So you have to decide before you dive into painting, do you want to paint as a hobby to give yourself kind of therapy, stress relief? Do you want to paint for your faith purposes? I know that for me, I really like to paint in my art journal and have scripture combined with it, and do prayers to God sometimes. And so when I'm painting just for me, I might actually just choose my craft paints for that. And I might use this for my art journal, just mixed media paper that's a little bit thicker. If I want to paint a canvas that I want to sell, I'm definitely going to go for the higher quality paints that will last and last and last. If I'm somewhere in between and I want to get an effect that I can't quite get with Golden or with Grumbacher, and I want to go somewhere in between, I might go with, this is called Montmartre. And this is actually pretty light fast as well, so it's going to last. There's also Artist's Loft. This one actually says that it is professional heavy-bodied acrylic with high pigment load, brilliant permanent colors, and the tinting scale is C. It doesn't, let's see, light fastness is a 1, which if I remember correctly, a 1 is excellent. So that would be an excellent light fast paint as well. Now we're starting to get this Liquitex Basics, we're starting to get into a less amount of years that this will remain light fast. This one, and it does say excellent, so maybe this one is excellent too. There's Master's Touch, which you can get from Hobby Lobby, and it says opaque light fastness, and it gives it 3 stars, which is supposed to be excellent. So there are other paints besides Golden that will last and do a good job. But If you are really wanting to go gangbusters, you want your work in a gallery and you want it to last for 100 years, you're probably going to go with Golden or Grumbacher or something similar. There's a million brands of paints. So don't let it stop you. Just decide first, okay, what do I want to paint for? Do I want to paint for myself? Do I want to paint for friends? Maybe make paintings to give as gifts? Then you would want some light fastness, but you wouldn't have to go to the super expensive level of paints. You could go with Artist's Loft Level 2, for example. So I just wanted to give you an idea, the kinds of things to think through before you go buying paints. These are going to be obviously the cheapest paints, the least expensive paints. These are going to be the most expensive paints, and then there's a whole range in between. You will want to decide for yourself which paint gives you the best coverage, which paint flows from your brush the best. That's very individual. I've listened to a lot of artists. I've taken a lot of different tutorials, and they all use something different. But a lot of the painters that have work in the gallery, they go for the Golden or the Grumbacher. So if that's where you're headed, then I suggest starting with these so that you know how they feel on your brush and on the canvas and how they mix and how they go. Here's what I did, okay? I started with craft paints, and I started taking these lovely step-by-step painting classes from painters online. And I would pay them memberships, you know, every month I would slap down $35 or something to learn from them. And they used these because they were teaching beginners, and we weren't going to go hang these paintings in a gallery because we were just copying someone else's work. So if this is for fun and for therapeutic use, these are very inexpensive and they will do the job well. But if you're going to head in a direction where you want to shoot for a gallery, you want to shoot for selling your paintings, then why not start with this so you can begin right from the beginning to learn how they work. They work very differently from craft paints. I can tell you that. So you might even get both and have, like I do. So now I have a million different kinds of paints, depending on if I'm going to use it for personal or if I'm going to use it for a painting that I'm going to sell. So that is our quick little video, 8 minutes, trying to keep it to 8 minutes to help you decide which paints to use. Okay, have a great day. Hit like and subscribe to my channel if this has been helpful at all. Leave a comment as to what kind of painting you want to do. Do you want to start off for just personal hobby reasons, or do you want to start off just running all the way to the gallery? Let me know in the comments below. That'll help me know how to gear some of my YouTube videos to suit you. Okay, thanks again for watching. Sherry Joy Collier signing off. Bye-bye.